Now, I am an old man who started a business in days of pager, no SMS. 1995, no internet. My web server was the oldest web server in the entire healthcare industry. Fortunately, I was a mathematician. So for me, bit easy for taming computers. There was no word entrepreneur. There was no word venture capitalist. There was no pitching happening. And there was no itching to do the pitching. So that's the 30 years back, I started the business. And I made it very loud and straight. And I scaled the business so powerful. Today, I keep telling wherever I go one punchline. Scale nahi to kale nahi. So to that extent, I built the business. And yeah, I have to connect with health tech. So I must do that. And I am known for telling punchlines. So out of time given, I will use 2-3 minutes to tell initially itself some of my punchlines. जो काम करते हैं वो बुढ़े होते हैं, जो काम कराते हैं वो बड़े होते हैं. So I have to tell it to medical community because medical community बहुत काम करते हैं, काम कराते नहीं हैं. So this is one point I thought I will tell you. जो जीतता है शायद हार सकता है, लेकिन जो जिताता है वो कभी हारता नहीं है. So I created 1,000 millionaires to become a $1 billion company. So you have to create successful people around you. In life, you can either discuss or you can decide. You can't do both. Very often, unfortunately, people start discussing. And especially they discuss with the family members. If you discuss with family members, no decision can be taken. So please take decisions. There are only two kinds of people. One is successful, other did not take decisions. So let me tell you, those days there was only microscope in a laboratory. I will deal with only diagnostics. I won't be talking about entire health tech. And only microscope was there. One calorimeter was there. And in radiology side, one X-ray was there. This is all when I'm talking in before 1975. There were no automations. There was nothing. Even pipetting was done using mouth. Then came a small bulb. Then came micropipette, then came auto-pipetting system, then came automated calculation of values and results, then came multi-analyte connected track system to give you the results. So this is a journey of last 30 years. I'm old man, so I have seen the other side also, and today I'm seeing totally different world. Immunoassays came first. 1959, first immunoassays was reported. That was the year I was born. And they completely changed estimation of hormones, proteins, enzymes, peptides, cancer markers, tumor and cardiac markers, all could be established. So that is where diagnostic field started becoming visible and also potential. Cell counters came only after 80s and 90s. Before that, it was all through microscope. You have to count. There was nothing else. Today, the machine is producing every 3 minutes, 4 minutes, one result. Automatically counts everything error-free, and that is connected to the server so that there is no typographical error also. This is heaven. I was then. So you must know, people today ask me, how did you scale up in a day when social media was not existing? Trust me, there was a journey, and that journey was, those days, competition was less, opportunities were more. Today, opportunities are also more, competition also is more. PCR, that is ATGC, that are 4 peptides are what you call as nucleotides, was introduced as early as 80s. But till COVID came, no one knew what is the full form of PCR. Now everybody knows what is even antibody. To that extent, COVID has completely changed. And then sequencing has become today need, because every day the COVID is changing its configuration. So any change in a variant can likely to put us once again in the back step of lockdown and sit in balcony and ganti bajao. So this fear has come. So technologies are now growing faster. Sequencing is now improving. HPLC has come inside. LCMS has come inside. Trust me, laboratory technologies have been growing very, very, very slow. There's nothing truly exciting has been happening. I used to tell it. That time my peers did not like it. Now I have exited the business, so I can loudly tell. Cloud has changed the complete picture. We have laboratories in 10 different countries controlled by a single cloud, which means quality is controlled, speed is controlled, everything is controlled. So cloud has come and completely helped to scale. And let me tell you, I was the first man to put a barcode on a test tube. This was done in 2002. Until that time, that no one could imagine that laboratory can be completely automated. So the test tubes carried a barcode, and the barcode was dispatched throughout the country, all places where blood is collected. Trust me, in our laboratory, we have never done a data entry, never printed a report. All was done remotely from Trivandrum or from Amritsar by man who was sitting locally. So this kind of change was brought in year 2005 itself in laboratory technology. Otherwise, in a night, 400,000 investigations before early morning 6 o'clock could not have been reported. It was silently happening, and I became the leader in that space because I adopted technology. And trust me, it was not my peers' fault. They were doing histopathology that is not amenable to technology. They were doing microbiology that was not amenable to technology. It was only biochemistry, which was numerical pathology, which could be connected to the server and it could be scaled up. Fortunately, I did PhD in thyroid, because of which I did only thyroid. The name Thyrocare itself said all in thyroid, only thyroid. And I am very proud to tell I was the first man to build a brand around a gland. 15 grams of a gland, which made me to create $1 billion business. अभी तक थायराइड में कोई मरा ही नहीं है, उसमें भी मैं एक यूनिकॉर्न बना डाला. हेल्थ केयर इज वेरी पावरफुल. टेक्नोलॉजीज कैन क्रिएट ह्यूज ट्रिलियंस ऑफ ब्रांड्स वर्थ इट. Similarly, the other side, from X-ray, first came was ultrasound in early 70s, then came CT, early 80s, then came MRI, late 80s, then came PET CT in early 90s, and trust me, उसका बाद कुछ आया ही नहीं है. Literally speaking, these are the technologies which have been useful, and point of care testing is happening. Let me tell you, lot of startups have started focusing on various aspects of health technology, but it is not that simple. Health is a complicated subject. Maths, physics, chemistry. Physics is understood. Chemistry is understood. Physics, whatever my grandfather studied, Ohm's law has not changed to my grandson. The periodic table has not changed. The number of elements in periodic table has not changed for 4 generations. Mathematics is controlling physics, and chemistry gives rise to biology. But biology has so much of variation. No two individuals are same. No two cancers are same. Trust me, it's going to be a very big challenge for people to get into and do disruptions in health technologies. I was extremely happy for the last 3 times when I went into Bengaluru airport. I just, in the Digi Yatra, it opened, Jao, Jao, which means now it knows this Madrasi, and it allows me as recognized. Why not? A system comes which looks at a tissue and tells, oh, this is pancreatic cancer, grade number 4. Possible, but it will take time. It's going to be maybe year 2050 or 2075, but it's going to be a long journey. It's not a 100-meter race, it's a marathon race. AI and ML, yes, these two are going to rule. People are scared, but there is no need to be scared. In early 80s, State Bank of India employees went for 2 days of strike because computers were introduced. Now if you take the computer out, they will all resign and go home. So this is how technology gives you fear. I am pretty sure it will help. And the biggest problem today is the radiologist and the pathologist in diagnostics. Let me explain you why. वो लोग डर रहे हैं, अगर मशीन पूरा काम कर लेगा तो मेरा क्या होएगा? So this is the problem, that is the block. There are plenty of solutions available in that domain, and I'm pretty sure by next 10 years, 20 years, it will do great work. And I was quite happy to hear good fellow didn't want any money because he says funding nahi chahiye. I must tell you here, there is a punchline. If you think not having money is the only problem, when it comes, it will be the only problem. So please be careful, never money comes free of cost. I did a business, some unique parameters in my business I will highlight. It is 27 years which took for me to reach there. Company never borrowed. Not even a single dollar has come inside the company as an investment. Zero investment company. Trust me, I employed only freshers. I employed 25,000 freshers, trained them to retain 2,500 employees, and I have never taken an experience from anywhere else. Company was doing, in entire healthcare, India is cheapest. In entire India, I was the cheapest, and yet my balance sheet had 40% EBITDA. To that extent, that was the powerful journey. That gives rise to punchline. Profit should never come from customer's pocket. It should come from the floor efficiency. Create a floor which is highly efficient, you will be the most powerful man. You know why radiology is still costly? Because in radiology, machines are standing for 14 hours in a day and working only for 10 hours in a day. Uber as a concept is 20 hours running, 4 hours standing. Until I came into picture, the testing machines were only running 2 hours in a day. I made sure that they run 24 hours in a day. So that is how prosperity can be created. Since it is a medical community who are sitting here, I am even forced to tell one more punchline. A multi-speciality is a short-term security. A multi-speciality is a short-term security. A single speciality is a long-term prosperity. It takes time to build. And I had courage to start on thyroid with 3 tests, T3, T4, TSH. लोग पूछा था, इसमें क्या रोटी मिलेगा क्या? मैंने बोला 125 करोड़ thyroid मेरा ही है. So that's how I created a business. I wish to thank Anurag Batra always, because he likes me talking and energizing people. So I come, and when Arbinder called me, I must come and I must enjoy. I'm going to be around for some more time. We'll be happy to share some more punchlines if you come around. Thank you very much. God bless you.